Hello and welcome to the Mansfield Town Shirts YouTube channel. Today we'll be looking at our top 5 away shirts. So following the first video where we looked at our top 5 home shirts in the collection, today we are going to be looking at away shirts. Thank you very much to anyone who got involved, liked, commented on the first video. It's really appreciated. So if you could do the same with this video as well, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you could do that, it's really appreciated. Right, so let's kick off the countdown then with shirt number 5 in the countdown, and it's this one, the 1992-93 away shirt, made by Hero, manufactured by Alan Ward Sports. This one is number 14, which was worn by a variety of players because it was a substitute number and they weren't allocated to a particular person. I absolutely adore the shirt. It's got the MTFC on the sleeves here. Unfortunately, the league patches were taken off by the previous owner, which is rather annoying, but it's a great shirt. I love it. Sponsored by Gunthorpe Textiles Companies, which was shortened to GTC for that season. Unfortunately, the Stags got relegated in this shirt, but it is a fantastic shirt. The white and the green, the pattern, it's quite thick. You can see the sort of pattern on the shirt there as well, and the MTFC at the top, the buttons. I mean, this shirt, for its age, is in fantastic condition. The big felt numbers on the back, the whole look of the shirt I really love, and every shirt that I see of this one always seems to be in immaculate condition, which, you know, shows how fantastically made these shirts were. But yeah, absolutely love this one, and certainly a worthy place in the top 5. So in at number 4, it's another white shirt, and it's this one, made by Area, 2012-13 blue square Premier title winning away shirt, sponsored by Green King. This one worn by John Dempster, future Mansfield Town manager, but the shirt, I think, is iconic because of obviously the season and we got promoted. But I love the design of it. I loved all of our Area shirts. It's quite simple. It's quite a simple template, but the colours, you know, they all go with each other. It's a fantastic looking shirt. Look brilliant with the full kit. You've got the bespoke lettering, the name set and the font set, which that season the National League didn't have a league font, which they had done in previous seasons. So this is the last time that Mansfield had a font that wasn't standard. So they signed by the man himself. Got the Stags at the bottom. But I do like this shirt. This one's still covered in mud from one of the games it was worn in, but I think it's brilliant. I think it's a really simple design, a really striking design. One of my favourites in the collection, of course, due to the fact that we did win the league that season. But all in all, I think it's a great shirt, and it's certainly good enough to be in the top 5. So in at 3 is a shirt that could have very easily been number 1, and it's white again. It's the 1996-98 away shirt. It was only worn once, 97-98, but it was the main away shirt in 96-97. Manufactured by Beaver. You can see the sort of Beaver logo that's sort of ingrained within the shirt, the little Beaver, and then Beaver written underneath. I absolutely love this shirt. This one is match worn again. It's a substitute shirt, so it's number 14, which was worn by substitutes, but it's an absolutely fantastic shirt. Iconic sponsor in Mansfield, Bitter. The sort of older form fashion Stags badge as well, which could actually have been a little bit higher. It looks a bit silly, a bit that close to the sponsor, but it's a great shirt. Love it in long sleeves as well, so the sleeves are absolutely fantastic on this one. And I think it'll be a lot of Stags fans' favourite shirts. There's the white with the sort of real royal blue. You can see the sort of numbers, the standard numbers there, look. It's a brilliant all-round shirt, this one. I absolutely love it, and it was part of an iconic set with the home shirt, and then the third shirt the following season. But this one was one of my favourites as a kid. Very easily could have been higher up in this list, but it's in at number 3. So we now get to number 2. We're getting close to the top of the list, and this is the first shirt that isn't white. It's the 2001-02 away shirt, homemade by the Stags MTFC official merchandise. This one, you can tell it's the 01-02 rather than the 03-04, where the shirt was also worn by the square nationwide patches, because 03-04 for Mansfield were oval patches. This one worn by Leicester Lonier midfielder Matthew Piper, who only played just over 10 games for Mansfield that season. Made a real impact on the right wing and went on to play for Leicester in the Premier League that same season. Love this shirt. Matthew decided not to cut the collar, which a lot of people did cut the V of the collar here, but Matthew didn't. I absolutely love this. It's the same template as the home shirt, which came number 1 in the home shirt video that I released a couple of weeks ago. I absolutely adore it. I think a lot of Mansfield Town fans would have this as one of their favourite shirts. You've got the VK vodka kit, you've got the centralised badge. It's a really simple shirt. The long sleeve makes this one even better as well. But I think in general, it was a really, really popular shirt. But also, it was worn in a promotion-winning season, so you don't get many of those as a Mansfield Town fan. So, absolutely iconic, and in at number 2. So, before we get to number 1 on the list, I just want to look at some shirts that nearly made it, didn't quite make it. This one, the 2020-22 away shirt, so quite a modern one compared to the others we've looked at. This one, worn by Stephen Quinn. I like this shirt. I like this shirt in particular because it's worn by Stephen Quinn, a real fan favourite, obviously still at the club as we speak. And the pattern on this shirt I really like. You can see the pattern sort of up close on here. And Surridge made some really good shirts. This one manufactured by Surridge. You got the detail of the stags at the top. And I do really like this shirt. It is the same for supporters and for replicas, and for the players, sorry. So it's the same shirt with a bit of a meshy material on the back. But I think they did a really good job with this one. It's quite classy. The yellow and the blue, obviously, know all the colours on this shirt. You've also got the MTFC and the stag down this side as well. So I think this is a really classy shirt. I love the pattern, love the simplicity of it. And this was very close to being in the top 5 for me. Another shirt that came really close, another blue one, is this one from our first season and second season back in the Football League. So 2013-14 and 14-15. Manufactured by Surridge. This one worn by Louis Briscoe. I absolutely adore Louis Briscoe and got 4 of his shirts in the collection as well. Sky Bet patches, which is the first time the club had worn the Sky Bet patches following the return to the Football League. This one was worn at Tranmere in a League Cup game, and it was our first season manufactured by Surridge. The home shirt and the away shirt are a complete flip, so you've got the yellow on the sleeve, and on the home shirt obviously it's blue with the main body yellow. The one call sponsor in the middle. I just think it's really simple. It's a really simple shirt, a really simplistic shirt. Love the blue, love the colours with the yellow and the amber. Love the gold number and the EFL font as well. So absolutely love this shirt, and it came quite close to being in the top 5. So I've got one more highly commended shirt, which is again on the blue one. It's the 03-04 away shirt. Again, as with some of the shirts, it's made by MTFC Merchandise, so it's an in-house shirt. It's got the oval nationwide patches on the sleeve. Perry Electrical, which were a new sponsor for that season, and this one worn by legendary defender Bobby Hassel. This shirt saw the Stag get to the playoff final, unfortunately losing, but this away shirt was worn in that playoff run that season. Initially actually sold without a sponsor, and the sponsor sort of came as the season started. But I think it's a fantastic design. Again, maybe because of the sort of success we had in this shirt. But again, a lot of Stags fans I think will have this really high up. Love the collar. I love everything about the shirt. It's a bit of an interesting material as well. Sort of see the material on there. But another great shirt. Could have made it in the top 5, but unfortunately this one just misses out. So after all that, we have a number 1. So my favourite away shirt in the collection. And it's a beauty. 91-92 Ribeiro away shirt, sponsored by Gunthorpe Textiles. I absolutely adore the shirt. A lot of Stags fans will have this as their favourite shirt, I think. There's a lot of damage to the number on the back, unfortunately. It was number 5 with the Ribeiro underneath, but unfortunately that's had a bit of damage. But I absolutely adore the shirt. I love it. I think it's one of the best designs we've ever had. Love the colour scheme. Ribeiro make absolutely incredible shirts. The one difference you will notice is that on the players' versions, the Ribeiro is a lot bigger than it is on the fan version. It's a little bit smaller. But this shirt is fantastic. It's one of my favourites. The material, the colour scheme, I love everything about it. I love the badge. I think the badge is iconic as well. The MTFC off to the right hand side there. Still got a little bit of mud on it from the games as well, but in immaculate condition for its age. And the Stags, of course, won promotion in this shirt, which adds another level of sort of a mystique to it. I absolutely adore it. Love it. Brilliant shirt, and I think a very, very, very worthy winner of this video. So this one is number 1 in my list of away shirts. So that was it. That was my top 5 away shirts in the collection. Thank you very much for staying around this long and watching the video and supporting the channel. Really appreciate if you could drop a subscribe if you haven't. Please drop a like on the video. Drop a comment as well if there's something you agree with or disagree with, or if you had a certain shirt you would have liked to have seen included. Please drop it in the comments below because it all helps. So that just leaves me to say thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next one.